I'm off pure XRP as we speak. What's about to happen? I mean, the Riddlers knew. In today's video, there's a bunch of connections here, which should make you excited because this is probably your last time buying before we go even higher. Hello everyone, hope you guys are happy. Amazingly, XRP is around $3.08. Now, I might short XRP with like 100 XRP or something like that, guys, here soon. Maybe there's another dump coming, right? And that's going to be the bottom. Even though, look at this, XRP had a V-shaped recovery. That's crazy, huh? Insane. Why? Probably because there's a bunch of it seems like the market believes there's going to be an agreement with these certain countries, right? And bring upon bullish news. But we'll see. Now, you should be literally all in, on XRP right here, because once upon a time, Bob Weey, a former Ripple employee who helped develop and promote XRP and related technologies such as the Interledger protocol, and he once upon a time stated, I don't know if he is right now, but I'm all in on XRP, he once stated, guys, right? The people who really know and truly knows about the technology, they're all in. They're literally all in. Are you? Now, guys, there's a fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting. Perhaps they know something that the public doesn't know, right? Obviously, the public doesn't know because Mr. Pool told us that the pools of liquidity will be opened for the public to see, right? From Baba Cooks. As we have warned you, nothing happens until the dates are reached. This is all by design to clear you out. Are you weak or are you strong? 99% of you will never see 589. The choice is yours. We want you to join us, but you must follow the light at your own free will. That's a crazy message, guys. You know why? Because at the end he says, we want you to join us, right? But it's interesting. It's like a paradox. You know why? Basically, this is all by design to clear you out. They want you to sell. At the same time, they want you to join them, guys, right? They want you to buy in. Look at that. Isn't that strange, right? 99% of us will never see the number 589 strike. It's funny because BlackRock House basically said the same thing, that 99% of coins will disappear, right? But that's a crazy thing to say, guys, right? That many of us will not even reach 589. But at the end, you have to be strong, right? You have to be strong, and nothing happens until the date is reached. So we'll wait and see. But the Riddlers are most definitely in the know. You know why? From Mr. Pool, bloody on 8/18's timestamp. Bloody. What does that refer to? Well, the market's being bloody, right? This dump, by the way, happened on August 17th to the 18th. It was bloody. Right after we had a V-shaped recovery. This is what you call a true V-shaped recovery, guys. Right? I still think it's gonna go a bit higher before it tumbles, before this chart goes back up, guys. That's why I'm looking to short XRP, possibly, right? With a little bit of XRP, nothing too crazy, because I don't think we have found the bottom. But we could have because we went above the 5-day moving average, right? So there is a chance the bottom is in, guys, actually, because I've been seeing these other analysts say the bottom could be in, right? So the bottom could be in, but just by my indicators, possibly not. We'll see though, we'll see. Who knows? Now, on this day, David Schwartz told us to go all in. Is finding a conjoined nil away for good luck, right? He found a wafer that's conjoined together, guys, which possibly symbolizes good luck, as well as telling us to go all in. Not to mention, from Ripple Riddler on 8/18, the pathway is green. All the lights are turned on, guys, and it's green, fully green lit, right? 8/18, regulation molasses. It could be time. Honestly, what if that was the bottom? Because remember, on the 5-day of this chart, right, on the 5-day of the USDT, that dominance chart, we retested it, like we stated before this move even occurred, like a week or so ago, guys, right? When we retested, probably we'll hold it as resistance because it held so many times as supports. It's flipping it into resistance. So the bottom could technically be in. It's just that I haven't seen any like the indicators flashing that the bottom is in. But there is a chance though, right? This is why you have to already be in, because nothing is guaranteed. From B, what are the odds we are right here on 818, right? 818. The thing is, on this chart of 818, Mr. Putola said, where are we at though, right? That's incoming for sure. That overnight spike from the Riddlers. And by the way, guys, people are saying that I'm controlling prices or everything that I'm saying is wrong, right? But that's not the case, because this is our interpretation of the Riddlers, right? Of the riddles. It's our interpretation, guys. It's how everyone perceives, and everyone's perception is different, right? So I'm thinking, where could we be here? B believes we're right here before the first spike up, right? Some were suggesting we're right here before this next leg higher, and then the recession appears, and then we blast off to new all-time highs, which is $100. That's what I'm thinking, right? Or we could literally be all the way right here if we overlay the XRP chart to match Mr. Pool's price action. And he says there's still some time of consolidation before we truly do rise. What could it be? A lot of different interpretations. Do you see? Exactly. From Chad, back up to $3.09 XRP on the day. $18 million in net inflows for the day. A near 15-cent rebound bounce. You guys see what we're talking about? You don't need much liquidity to make XRP price rise. It only took $18 million. Probably there was a lot of sells as well, right? People were panicking. So it probably would have been less than 10 million to move it up 15 cents, guys, right? What would that mean? Perhaps maybe like $10 billion to move XRP to $100, right? That's nothing when literally the Fed in the coming months will print, let's see here, $30 trillion. All we need is like 10 billion to flood into XRP of that 30 trillion, and it's gonna happen. Moon literally XRP to 3 digits. But wait, maybe we don't even need 10 billion, because billions in XRP are disappearing from exchanges. Is the Shane Ellis theory playing out? Because once upon a time, there was a Shane Ellis theory, guys, and basically this theory suggests that you don't need much liquidity, you don't need much money, as we've seen on this chart, to flood into XRP to move the prices higher, right? Because the people who are in the know won't sell their XRP. They're going to just hold off on selling and wait for higher prices. Retail, who's in the know, such as us, right? When we look to the riddles, we're not going to sell our XRP at $5 to $10 unless you're taking a little bit off, right? Just for profits. Which removes all that selling pressure, which then says the liquidity will be thin on exchanges, on the open market, on the order books. So if all this money floods in, it's going to shoot XRP overnight. Back in 2018, Ellis made a bold claim that a mere $39 million buy order could catapult XRP to $500 if executed correctly on a thinly liquid exchange like Bittrex. That's the case. Yeah, if you had that much money, if you had like 100 mil, right now, obviously the liquidity did get a bit bigger from 2018 to now, right? There's just more players in the space. So let's just say about a triple that, 120 million, right? Moving into $500 on a singular exchange is actually possible. Though, you know what would happen? I already know what would happen if that were to happen. If a market maker flooded in $100 million, right, or a couple $100 million, it doesn't matter. In today's liquidity of XRP, a couple $100 million, he just flooded MarketBot on an exchange that doesn't have much liquidity. You can't do this on Coinbase. What would happen then is, right, on like BitTrue or Bittrex or some of these exchanges, it's gonna do this, guys. It's literally gonna do this, right? It's literally gonna do that. But it's gonna be a wick. The candle body will close back to this level. Okay, why? Because bots are running and controlling the show until the bots are fully green lit to have that price explosion. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Right? Even if this were to happen, all exchanges need to be on the same theory, need to play out on the same idea here, right? For the price to fully materialize. Yes, you could put a sell order and get lucky perhaps, Actually, there was an example of this. Literally, I'm gonna show you right here. Shane Ellis truly got confirmed on the day XRP hits $50 on Gemini exchange. I'm not kidding. XRP truly hit $50 on this exchange, guys. Does it show here? It doesn't show. But yes, it did actually hit $50, guys. But look at that. The depth, the market depth on the crypto exchange was very low. You guys see what I'm talking about? Shane Ellis knew. You don't need much liquidity. It all depends on liquidity. That's why you see smaller market cap coins 1000x overnight, right? But the issue here is there are bots running right from Ripple or these Riddlers that even if you do pump XRP overnight and another entity did it, the bots would immediately bring that price back down. Okay, it's literally guaranteed. We have seen it. It just happened on Gemini last year. $50 hit, XRP hit $50 and it blasted back down. It's so easy, which means Shane Ellis knew it's gonna happen at some point in time. Talking about, while on the topic of Gemini, right? That Gemini exchange, $50 XRP last year. CNBC just reported live that major exchange Gemini has filed to go public on Nasdaq with the help of Ripple. Oh, you don't say. Interesting. Remember, XRP went to $50 on this exchange, by the way.
Cryptocurrency exchange Gemini's space station filing for its IPO and joining a wave of digital asset firms seeking to tap into the public markets. A company founded back in 2014 by billionaire twins Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. It plans to list on the Nasdaq right here under the ticker symbol GEMI. Terms of that offering were not disclosed in a filing that was made public on Friday. The company supports more than 70 cryptocurrencies and operations in more than 60 countries. It also supports stablecoins and issues the Gemini dollar stablecoin. Now, in the 6 months.
Yep, and on the exchange, by the way, XRP hit $50. You guys can literally search it up. I'm just too lazy to search it up. But XRP hit $50. Why? Because the liquidity was thin, and the bots ruined the party. But that's literally foreshadowing of XRP's future, if you guys haven't realized.
Ended June 30th, Gemini reported a net loss of about $280 million on total revenue of about $69 million. That compares with a net loss of $41 million on revenue of $74 million a year ago.
Are you jealous?
Yeah.
Jealous.
I mean, they get screwed out of Facebook, and it's like...
So, oops. Yeah, so basically, Gemini files to go public on the Nasdaq, guys. Okay, look at this. A newly filed SEC document shows Gemini secured funding through a Ripple credit agreement backed by Ripple's USD peg stablecoin RLUSD. Ripple stated everywhere. It seems like Ripple is intertwined, has their hands in everything, no matter what it may be. Okay, there's a bunch of more connections, or at least news, shall we say, that connects to XRP, but I'm going to save that for the next video because, again, very exciting times. For Mr. Pool 818 smiley face, are we happy? That V-shaped recovery was amazing. 818, a bunch of meetings in the White House today. Okay, so let us prepare. Let us see what happens next. The fountain for today's video comes from Marisa. Nothing. Boom. Baba Cooks tweeted out, but then he deleted. So nothing. Silence appears. Then the overnight flip switch happens. Shane Ellis knew it's gonna happen in due time when all the bots from Ripple's price suppression team gets the green light to release the liquidity. Not financial advice. Whatever says so, amazing. See ya.